Hello, everybody. Let me invite, and see who is on and who is alive and awake. I never know who's awake and who is not awake. So I'm just going to invite. And yes, when you join, just say hello and say where you're watching from. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live. If you are watching on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Erin, I can see you. Good morning. It's almost the school run. Happy Friday for you, Erin. Best day ever. Good morning, Jackie. For me, it is evening. It is my nighttime. It is 9 p.m. on a Thursday. So, Jackie, you must then be, yeah, you could, where are you? Yeah, everybody, please let me know where you're watching from. I love that too. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Michelle. Hopefully, Michelle, this gives you some inspo like the last one that I did. Guys, look how beautiful my crystal is that my hubby bought for me the other day. I mean, how amazing is that? It just makes my heart. Vancouver. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Every day that starts with Tanya Live is the best day. Oh, Erin. Hey, Joe. I think that's how you pronounce it. I love your accent. I freaking love your accent. I used to work in television in cricket, and my favorite commentator in the whole wide world, my other commentators mustn't hear that, but is Ian Bishop. He is the most amazing man with the most amazing voice and with the most beautiful, beautiful accent. Whenever I was working on the cricket and we had the West Indies team, I was like, yeah, because it's just the most beautiful, beautiful accent. So I'm really excited to be with everyone today. I haven't actually done a money manifesting for so long. Obviously, we cover it in the academy, money mindset and money manifesting, but I haven't actually done it for a while. So I was like, girl, you got to be doing some money manifesting and some money mindset. Wango. Bish, I know. It's such a dream to listen to. Oh, he really is the most. And Aaron, like, just the nicest man ever. Like, you would do anything for Bish, and he was just so grateful. Like, he was just such a freaking well, he is such a gentleman. Like, my favorite commentator ever. Loved working with him. Yeah, you're so lucky that they're there now. We've got England, yeah, and it's so sad. It's so weird that there's cricket on and we can't go watch it. It's just, yeah, it's really, really odd. Or that I'm not working on it, because often I'm working on the cricket. Oh, my pants. Okay, so guys, today we are going to cover some money manifesting. So get ready. Can I have some hashtag money bags? Let's get the money flowing. Yeah, this is one of my favorite things favorite things to cover, because you know what? For so long, I just easily money just came to me so easily, and people were always, especially my husband, he's like, oh, your butt always lands in the butter, and I was like, oh, it just is the way it is, because I never worried about it. And then we had kids, and then all of a sudden I was worried about it. And so guess what? The money was like, get away from that girl, like just get away from that woman. She is so worried about us. Let's just stay far away. So if you can relate to that, give me a heck yes. It doesn't have to be that you've had children. There's just something that changed, and you never worried about money, and then all of a sudden you worried about money, and then the money was like, heck, stay a freaking way from that woman. We are going to change that tonight if you are there. Hello, so lovely to see everybody. Money bag. Oh yeah, we love a bit of money bags. So this is the main point here. If you are worried about money, stop. Just stop. And I know it sounds crazy, but you really need to just stop. And when you stop, this is when money is going to come to you. And I know it sounds like such a crazy thing, because sometimes we are, in tight situations, and then, there's that lack mindset, and it's so hard to get out of it. but actually it's not. It is a decision that you make, and you just decide, hang on, no. And how do you do this? So for me, I'll never forget, I was sitting on our steps the one day, and drinking a beer with my husband, and I said to him, you know what, my love, it doesn't matter if I'm drinking champagne or if I'm drinking a cheap beer, not that a cheap beer, but you know what I mean, like a normal beer, not a cheap beer, let me just say, like a normal beer, not a craft beer or champagne, and it doesn't matter. I am happy. And I know it's such a silly thing to relate it to, but you know, when you actually realize that with or without you can be happy, that is a pivotal moment in your life. And you will realize from that state on that money doesn't have power over you. And when that happens, money starts flowing to you. And so something that I did was I really just tapped into it, and I asked myself, and I do this with many things. If I ever worry, then, I used to be the warrior, not the warrior, like I used to worry about everything. And every time, then obviously when I started changing and really doing all the inner work and everything like this, I started, if I worried about anything, I would say to myself, Tanya, what is the worst that could happen? What is the worst that can happen? And with me, obviously, when there was money fears and stuff like that, I really had to dig deep. And I was like, what is the worst that can happen? And the worst that could happen for me was that, maybe we'd have to go sell our house and go live in a caravan on the beach. And I was like, really, would that be the worst? No, because it would be a freaking adventure. We would make the most of it. And so as soon as I took that fear away, it was like, oh, okay, that's the worst that can happen. That is fine. Maybe for you, the worst is that can happen. So now I'm really going to relate this to business, because I obviously this is the ambitious babe. So we all, here with businesses and careers or businesses. So if you are feeling in a state of worry, maybe you're just about to launch something, or something's happening, or you're about to up level and change all your prices, and you're having these kind of freak out modes and all of these things, ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? And write that out. Write it out. What does it look like? And then you say to yourself, okay, is that as bad? Maybe you have to go and get a part-time job for a little bit. Maybe you need to do some online secretarial work, whatever, while you are while your dream is pulling you, okay? Because I don't believe in hustle, chase, blah, 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 blah. I do believe in action. Of course, we have to take action, but beautiful aligned action. And so you just got to check in with yourself and really just write it out. Like, what is the worst that can happen? And then on the very opposite page, you write, what is the best that can happen? And you really go deep with that, because that is what you're going to focus on every time that you get into that feeling of, oh, holy crap. What have I done? What am I doing? Oh my gosh, am I really about to up level? Am I really about to do this? Am I really about to launch something? Every time you do that, on that other page, you're going to write about that story. And you are like, even with me, every time I launch a new course or something like that, I go, yes, every single one of us, I'm sure, go into that, oh, holy shit balls. It's normal. It's natural. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. I still do it. And then I just get into the energy of it. So I figure out like what is the worst and then what is the best. And oh my gosh, when I write about what is the best, I get into that feeling. And that's then when I will go and do the work that I need to be doing, sharing my course with people, or reaching out, or doing whatever I need to be doing. But I do it from that beautiful, powerful feeling. Instead of that, oh, freak out moment, I go into the beautiful, beautiful empower moment, and I write about that, and I do the action from that. Okay, so if you have any money stresses or anything like that, just do that. Get out of the worry mode. Write out what is the worst that it can happen, so that you realize it's not that bad. That is the reason why you're going to do that. And then on the opposite page, what if everything works out? Because if you understand this, you can manifest whatever it is that you want. And today I want to cover a little bit of the two different types of manifesting, because I didn't know this before, and it's beautiful. There's 8 watching right now, and 8 is obviously the manifesting number. But I didn't know this before. And so even though I am a born manifester, I mean, in numerology, I'm a 888 and a 777, and 888 is the manifester. And so I manifest easily, but I manifest bad easily too. So I have to be so freaking careful with my energy and so careful on my thoughts, because I can manifest super fast, but the good and the bad, because that's who we are. We manifest both. It's not like we're only going to manifest the good. And sometimes all the good will come and it's like, oh, I did that, but then the bad comes and people are like, oh no, I didn't possibly do that. Yes, we did it all. So it's very important to really understand manifesting a little bit better. And there's two types of manifestors. And when I found this out, I was like, oh my gosh, this makes total sense to me. So there's two kinds. The one is the outcome manifestor. So you're going to just have a little think, and I'm sure most of you will be the same as me, but I'm not going to say anything. I want you in the comments to type out which one you feel that you are. So the first one is the outcome manifestor. Oh, Rachel, I've been seeing eights all week. Baby, that's a lot of abundance coming your way. Okay, so the outcome manifestor loves having a deadline and a goal. So you can write a goal and choose an amount that you want. So say now you setting a goal for December. You can write out an exact number that you want. And then that is how you manifest. So you will be the type of people that will have like this goal and a very specific goal. Okay, then you get the process manifester. The idea of setting a specific amount and deadline makes you contract, and then your ego will go how, and so then all of a sudden you in the wrong freaking energy. So what do? You don't manifest that shit at all. You push it away. Hey, Joe. So this is the thing. So I want you to tell me quickly in the comments, are you an outcome? So you have to have those specific goals, and that turns you on. Like, yeah, I'm going to hit my 10K month or my 20K month, and I'm going to hit it at this exact date, at this exact time. And that feels good to you. Or does that make you feel like, oh, holy shit balls. How is that possibly going to happen? So tell me. And the process manifester doesn't do well with that. So a process manifester, which is totally Tanya Taylor. Process. I want to see process. I need some action in you guys. Process or outcome. What do you feel that you are? Okay, so we've got an outcome here. I want to see who's watching. And even if you're watching on replay, I want to hear, Michelle, you're an outcome. Okay, I would have actually thought that you are a process. That's very, very interesting. Rachel. I know Rensha is like me. She is a process manifester, if I remember correctly, Rain. Anna, so you missed me last time, but you see me here. So, okay, so we've actually got outcome and process. Now, for me, if I write something very specific, so I'm a little bit of both. So I will give you some examples. But a process manifester, so in my other business, which is really funny because if you're in network marketing, you get these targets, and the targets are like volume points. And if someone said to me, you got to get your 5,000 volume points this month, I was like, okay, oh shit, how am I going to do that? And then I go in freak out mode. But if the company said, get this amount of volume points, 5,000, and you win a suitcase. Who's after the suitcase? And like, okay, I'm going for the suitcase. I'd be so excited that I totally hit my 5,000 and I'd get the suitcase. But if it was 5,000 that I was going for, I'd freak out. And it's the same freaking thing, but it needed something behind it. And so I am the queen of manifesting something that I want. If there is a coach that I want to work with, I'm like, I'm going to work with that coach, and no matter what, and I will manifest it. For instance, not too long ago, there was a tax bill that came through, and I was like, ooh, oh, that's not going to be fun. And I was like, actually, it's fine. I'm not going to stress about it. I know that it's going to come. And within 3 days, I managed to sort that out. So I'm very good when there is something, like there's something for me to work towards. So for the process manifester, how you would process what you, like whatever you want to process, do for December, okay? For you, you would need to have some things behind it. So for the outcome manifestors over here, I want you to decide what it is that you want in December, and you write that out. Oh, Joey, you was the outcome. So you write that. So say now you want $2,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000, $1,000, whatever your dollars is. You do not compare to anybody else. This is your manifesting. Whatever feels good to you is what you want to do. And then all you need to do as an outcome manifester is hold that energy. Okay, so you hold that energy of that £1,000 or 2,000, whatever it is. Okay, and you just hold the energy. I would suggest maybe writing a check out to yourself. So I've done that before. I did a $10,000 check, and this is the really funny thing. At that stage, I was just working in South Africa. So I was just earning rands, and something said to me, make a $10,000 check. And I was like, that makes no sense at all, but I'm going to do it. And within, oh gosh, like a month, 2 months later, I got a call to do a job in South Africa, $4 from an Indian company, which was really cool to do cricket. And it was pretty much that when I combined my two that and then my other dollars from my network marketing. And I was like, oh my gosh, that manifested quickly. But normally I'd be like, how, but I just left it, okay? And it was just a check that I put onto my vision board as well. So it wasn't like something super specific. If I write down that I need to make £10,000 this month on this date, blah blah blah, that makes me contract. But if I write down, and so for all the beautiful process manifestors in here, and for all the beautiful outcome, you are all precious. There's no right or wrong. It's just when you freaking understand this, you freaking manifest so much easier, because you understand your manifesting powers. We are all different, okay? And so if you are outcome, you write out about your £10,000 and you break that down. Like, what are you going to do with it? What is it that sets your soul on fire? So for me, you know, I want a swimming pool. I want, for me, it's normally personal development that I put down. I'm like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. I want to feel good about it. I want to feel really, really excited about what it is that's getting. Like the freaking suitcase. Just give me something to go for and I will go for it. Give me an amount and it makes me contract, because I wonder how the freaking heck I'm going to do it. Okay? So how do you find out which type you are? So Leah, there's the two types that I just spoke about now, and that is the process and the outcome. So you will know. So if you are an outcome, you can easily say £10,000. That's what you want to, I'm going to say 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, whatever it is that you want to get for December. And if that feels good and sexy to you, you know you're an outcome. So if someone gives you a target and you are like, okay, that's perfect. That is what I need. I need an exact figure, and then I know what to go for. If you see that figure and you go, oh, shiza, how am I going to get to that? And you start feeling in that icky energy of like, how, and you go into freak out mode, then you are more than likely a process manifester and you prefer the bigger picture. So for me, that is why the Dream Day Journal for me is so freaking powerful, because I don't have to be specific on what I want. I just literally write about my dream day. I write about waking up to the sound of the ocean. I wake up to my beautiful, gorgeous beach house. I wake up to my gorgeous global clients that I wrote about even right in the beginning. And obviously this is exactly what's manifested. For me, that lights me up, and that is how I manifest. Not writing where a lot of people will write exactly like, I want the $10,000, I want this. I can write that once a year and put it at the back of my diary and let it go. That I can do. And then I go back at the end of the year and I'm like, holy moly. But I'm really not good with date and time and doing all of that, because then I start feeling icky and I feel under pressure and I kind of push it away. I do write out everything. I'm a super list maker. Yeah. So Michelle, for me, I'm such a freaking list maker. Like I have to have lists every day. I write down my list what I need to do because else I'm like all over the place. And yeah, so I do that. I'll do that once a year and put it there. But if I'm looking at something continuously day by day and it's giving me an amount rather than what that amount is going to bring me, then I'm no good. But it's really beautiful. I mean, there's no right or there's no wrong. Just figure out what your one is and then manifest that way. So the process, like think of the whole process of what it's going to give you and everything like that. And then obviously the outcome is this is what I want at this date, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I hope that helped, Leah. But else, just a little bit earlier, I also spoke about it. No problem, Rachel. Okay, so then very, 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 very important with money manifesting is once you know what kind of manifester you are, you manifest like that. And so in December, I want you all to just think of something that you want to manifest and do it that way. Get very, very clear on what is the worst that can happen so you can take the fear away. It is so silly. I so long lived in this fear. This fear of what if what, like it was so silly. And if I think about it now, like really I was wasting so much energy. And the minute that I released that was the minute that things just started flowing in the most phenomenal way, in like I can pinch myself way. Like how is it even possible? But it really truly truly is. When you stop taking it so seriously and you surrender and you trust, things start coming to you. So you need to know this and you need to trust this. Okay. Then very, very, very important. Very important. And there's so much to cover over this, so I'll probably do more than one. But what I want you to do is, and I know it sounds crazy, but you have to feel abundant. You have to feel abundant. You have to feel happy with or without. And when you get that, that is when things are going to start flowing to you. And I know it's easier said than done. So it is a daily work that you need to do. It is daily work that you need to do. You need to just realize, you know what? I'm happy just sitting in my garden. I could quite happily be in a 5-star hotel, but I'm happy here right now. And so the more you do this, the more you tap into the now, the more you just take everything in and, wake up in the morning. And I know it sounds silly, but be silly. Wake up in the morning and sing, I'm so lucky, I'm so lucky, I'm so lucky, whatever your song is, And guess what? You are going to start getting more lucky. Feel abundant every single day. And tips to do this, how I tap into feeling that, I love to just walk around the shops. So I'll walk around the shops and be like, oh my gosh, how does it feel to be a multi-millionaire? And I really get into that feeling. And it's a beautiful feeling. And I'm so excited for that feeling for when I am a multi-millionaire in real life. But you know what? I'm just as happy now as I will be then. Because I realize that happiness comes from within and not from anywhere out. Not outside of us. It really truly does come from within. And if you can feel abundant from within, oh my gosh, everything just happens. So I wake up in the morning and I do my morning rituals every single morning. This is what I do every single morning. I change it up a bit. So I do the things every single day, but I change them up. So I've got my spreadsheets everywhere. You guys would laugh. I've got my spreadsheets everywhere. And do I always stick to them 100%? Heck freaking no. But I've got my list there and I know what I've got to do every single day. And my alignment comes first. Every day it comes first, no matter what. So I wake up in the morning 3 times in a week. I also run fitness, I tell you with a million things, but I also run a fitness challenge. So 3 times a week, we go on to Zoom really, really early and we work out together. And so those mornings I do that first. Then I sort the kids out. I drop the kids off at school. I come back home and then I do my morning rituals. I meditate every single day. I either run or I dance around like a crazy woman for like 15, 20 minutes. I listen to high vibe music. And I'll tell you guys, the freaking moon, I'm going to blame the moon, but I want to blame the moon, but it's also, I had a little bit of PMS. So it was like a combination. So for 2 days, I was like, whoa, what is going on here? And I was really, really, really tired. But I do realize that it was my cycle. So I seem to be blending in with the moon cycle lately. So it's like a double whammer. And so mornings like that, it's even more important for me to do my alignment. It's even more important for me to do my workout. It's even more important for me to do my meditation. It's even more important for me to tap into my bigger vision. So you got to find the things that you do that is your toolbox, because we are all unique. I'm not saying you got to dance around your house like a crazy woman. That just works for me. That really works for me. And it gets my steps in without me feeling like I'm getting my steps in. So it really does work for me. But it just washes away any bad energy, okay? Because I was totally feeling out of it. And so, yeah, I just do the things. And when I'm doing that and I'm doing my appreciation, so every single morning I do my appreciation every single morning. Because when we are appreciating what we have, we are not in lack. And this is the thing, start really embodying, really truly embodying the abundant mindset and not the scarcity mindset in anything. I mean, in your business, for instance, like for me, if I was still in scarcity mindset, I would never have opened this group. I would never have opened this group and allowed powerful women to step alongside me, because I'd be like, oh no, what if she steals my client? Do you know what I mean? So embody it in everything that you do. In everything that you do, drop the scarcity mindset. Tap into the abundance all the time. Tap in it whenever you possibly can. So in the meditation, just feel abundant and do an appreciation rampage. If you have a house, if you have a bed, if you have a roof over your head, you are abundant. If you have food on the table, you are abundant. So remind yourself of this every single morning. You can also do it in the evening when you go to bed. A lot of people do this, when you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night. That is the most powerful time for your subconscious mind. So you feed that beautiful subconscious mind the most phenomenal things at that time. You be so freaking positive. You make sure that you are in abundance right then. So you go to sleep with appreciation, or you go to sleep with your beautiful, beautiful bigger vision. Make sure that you've got that. Make sure that you've got that. Your 5-year freaking vision, your 10-year vision, whatever feels comfortable to you, have that. Because you want to tap into it every morning, every night, so that all the little things that come along, because they're going to come along, and your ego is going to come along. And before, I used to be like, Cruella, get in the freaking back seat. Now I've learned that she's part of me. She's a big part of me, and she's kept me safe and maybe kept me alive many times. I was a freaking very naughty teenager. So she's kept me alive. And that's what she's supposed to do. And so now I'm like, you know what, Cruella, you come with me and we're going to take this ride together. So yeah, it's always going to come up. It's always going to come up. But just tap in to that beautiful, 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 abundant mindset as often as you possibly can. For me, I also obviously do the Dream Day Journal. I don't write in it every day. In the beginning, I think for my first 6 months to a year, I wrote in that thing every single day. And that is where my manifesting powerhouse came into play. It was just like I could just really have fun with it. And now I don't need to tap into it every single day because I'm so clear on my vision. But it is a really powerful tool, and I'll definitely share it. If anybody wants it, please just pop in the comments Dream Day Journal, and I will send that to you. But it's really, really powerful. And yeah, then obviously, yeah. Okay, and then one of the most important things that I want you to do over December, which is really freaking fun, and oh my gosh, this really helps you with your money manifesting. If you are a businesswoman, you should be doing this anyways, okay? You should be doing this anyways. And obviously you are human, so you miss some days, but I want you to every single day write what your income is. If there is even 10 cents that comes into your bank account, you put that down. If you have manifested something at 50% off, you write that down. And you can even sit in bed in the evening, and if you don't have a spreadsheet or anything like this, you literally can sit in your bed and you can write in your diary what's come in. Do you know how fun this is? Do you know how freaking amazing this is? And as you're doing it, you're like, oh my gosh, and you start feeling abundant. And guess what? What we track expands. It's just the way the world works. So when we are tracking, we are going to expand and expand and expand, even with my group. So this group, obviously it's grown. I mean, we're on almost 1,800 in 3 months. And with this group, I track it. And I'm like, okay, you guys will see. I try and welcome people 50. It was 100, and then Facebook just decided to change that to 50. So if anybody's got big groups and you welcoming people, just know that they don't tag anymore more than 50. So make sure that you get just under 50, 49, 47 or 50 and invite and welcome people. That's just a random thing. But I track that. Why? Because I want this group to be the freaking biggest group ever on the freaking planet. So what do? I track it. What do I do with my money? I track it. Because why? I want to be a freaking millionaire. And that's what millionaires do. They track their money. So it's a really, really beautiful thing, and it's really exciting. And also track your spending, and not in a, oh my gosh, I'm tracking in this. Be like, it's flow. So remember, when we're spending, obviously I'm not giving you permission to like go wild with spending. You got to be mindful, but celebrate your spending and celebrate your income, because it is a flow. This is how the universe works. It's a flow, and you got to keep that flow going. You can't be like money coming in and then holding on for dear freaking life. I'm definitely going to come back and do another one, because I want to speak to you a little bit about the different money personalities, because that's also a very, very important thing to understand. Because when you understand your personality, then you can be like, okay, cool, that is definitely me, that is what I can work on. Because this is the thing, we always working on ourselves, we're always growing, we are always doing this. But the most important thing, are you a process manifester? Are you a outcome manifester? Then you decide how you're going to manifest for December. Make it amazing. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Does anybody have any questions? And then track so it can grow. And I'm going to quickly check here. Yeah, the Dream Day Journal is so beautiful, Michelle, and you would love it. Absolutely. The universe will only respond to your vibration, so you need to feel the abundance first. Oh, yes. And one can find abundance in the air that we breathe, the water we drink, the leaves on the trees, etc. Absolutely. The birds in the sky. Oh, the other day when the eagles flew over. Girl, with your window shopping habit, you're going to need to be a billionaire. Actually, Erin, I'm just going to own that. Sorry, guys. I need to be a billionaire. I have an app for that. I input real time. It's been interesting comparing the months and seeing how my income grows. Yes, Wango, I'm so freaking proud of you. Wango was in my manifesting mastery, and this girl is just like, oh my gosh. Literally, last night we had our Zoom call, and Wango was literally just freaking beaming. I am beyond proud. It's like just, oh, Wango, you have blossomed like crazy. And Wango, out of the blue, got this beautiful article that had offered to do an article for her business. And she got, and what a beautiful article, Wango. What a amazing woman you are. It's helped me to focus on abundance as opposed to lack. Exactly. I'm happy when I input my income into an income tab. And if anybody is salary based, what you can do is you can divide that by 30, and every day you can just put in what you are making for that day, if you are still salary based as well. So don't forget to do that as well, so that you can put it in every day and it's like, yes, 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 and celebrate it. If someone takes you out for a coffee, well, these days maybe it's not going to happen so much, but if someone takes you out for a coffee, you put that down. If someone wants to give you something, you accept it. This is also very important, because so many of us don't want to take. Like, I was really bad with that. I'd be like, no, I'll pay. Now I'm like, thank you so much, I appreciate it, because obviously if I can receive, then the universe can give me more. But if I cannot receive a compliment, if I cannot receive, and I was terrible, then how is the universe supposed to give me if I can't even receive? School run, perfect, Erin. So that is me, guys. Look out for the December 12 days of Christmas starting on Monday. It's really cool. I'm going to do something that I don't normally do. So they're going to be really special. And yeah, so I'm really, really excited. Really excited. I'm going to be using all my different gifts and I'll be sharing them, in different ways. And if there is anybody that would like to join my academy, the doors are open. For 2020, I'm giving an extended payment plan. So this will run out on the 31st of December. And I know that it's a difficult year and not everybody, can pay the full amount. But I want to give everybody the opportunity. So there will be a 10-month payment plan for whoever would like it. Please reach out. I'm just getting that updated on my website because it's not on just yet. As soon as my designer has sorted that out, I will put that on for you guys. But the academy is going to be so powerful, so powerful. I'm bringing in powerhouses, and I'm a powerhouse myself, which I finally can stand in my power and admit. So I would love for you to join us if you feel it. And yes, guys, have a beautiful, 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 beautiful day. For those of you in the day, have a beautiful snooze. For those of you going to bed, and tomorrow we have a powerful day of summits. A lot of healing actually tomorrow, so I'm really excited about that, because you know me, I love healing. So yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Sending you so much love. Go and manifest that money. Go and do it. Believe in your dreams. Believe in yourself. You have got it. Big love, everybody. Bye.